Good morning, YouTube. Today is now Monday, April the 7th of 2025. 9 o'clock. We're Petra here, just waking up, getting up here. I've been up for a couple of hours, just been scrolling on TikTok, which is what I do in the mornings normally. Got to do pre-trip. I'm gonna go ahead and I just went ahead and put in my destination goal today. We're going to try to get to the Rafine truck stop, the White's truck stop in Rafine, Virginia. I think that's where we're going to go. So that puts us about 250 miles away from delivery for tomorrow, and we should be able to get that delivered by noon or so. We will be crossing over to East Coast time, so I don't know. We'll see if we can make it that far. It's like 595 miles from here. Then again, we got to go through Birmingham, Chattanooga. I'm not sure if I got to go up. Yeah, I think I got to go up Knoxville. 81 there, I think. I don't know. I haven't looked at the route. Yeah, in those areas. Anyhow, I'm going to get out and do pre-trip. Walk inside the Petra here. See if they have anything like breakfasty that I want. Hey, it's been a while. You want to do pre-trip with me? Let's roll the intro, then we'll do the pre-trip. What do you think? I'll take you with me. I'll have you on the pre-trip with me today. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Let's get. Alright, you can see there's a cold line right there and a hot, cold full, cold minimum. We're right in the middle, but we're going to go ahead and top it off with some antifreeze. Get it right up to that cold fill line. Because the engine is cold. That's what it's for. Try not to make a mess, because you'll smell antifreeze driving down the road. Make you think you got a leak. But we're at the cold fill line, so we're good. When I first got the truck, I stopped by, when I left Green Bay, I went down into Illinois to Total Truck Branding, got the graphics from the truck. And then the first place I stopped was Gary. After I went to get my empty in my first load, I went to the Gary, Indiana OC. That's where I topped off fuel for the first time. And I remember going to the shop there, and I got 1 jug of oil and 2 jugs of coolant. And I got it from them, and I've had it in the truck ever since. My oil, I maybe had to add oil one time when I stretched out a PM. I still got like 3/4 jug of oil left. My coolant, that coolant now is just now under half. I got a whole jug in there plus whatever's left in that current jug. So I've only had to put coolant in this thing like twice. In 125,000 miles, 124,429 to be exact. It's pretty good. And the one time I put oil in it, I didn't realize I was on unlevel ground. And when I got back on level ground, I was like, oh, now I'm over full. So the oil didn't even need to be put on at the time. And I'm at a little, leaning forward a little bit right now. Not much, just a little. So that's why I kind of stopped right there just below the cold fill line. Because I think when I'm on level ground, it'll be evened out. So anyway, it's in an acceptable range to begin with. So, all right, pre-trip's done. We're going to go into Petro, grab a Monster, and see if they have anything that I want for breakfast. Then we're going to hit the road. So let's get to getting, y'all. All right, we went inside, got breakfast. We got pork chops and eggs. I love pork chops. Absolutely love pork chops. So, for 2 pork chops and some eggs. So good. I'm gonna scarf this down, we'll hit the road. All right, hello again. We've driven straight through. We are in Wytheville, Virginia. It's a Flying J. We've driven for 7 hours and 12 minutes straight and traveled 467 miles. We are 442 miles away from delivery. About 7 hours drive time estimated, depending on the delays and so forth. Now, I've been debating for like the past hour and a half. I want this load dropped off tomorrow. My ETA was $1,400 to begin with. I want to get it dropped off for payroll. Also, after I left out today, I started driving. I realized, I knew it was Monday because you heard me talk about it in the intro, but it dawned on me today's the last day of today's fuel cutoff. And I don't want to spend no more fuel if I ain't got to on this pay week. So I decided I'm going to drive as far as the fuel takes me. I had right out of half a tank of fuel this morning when I left out of McCalla, Alabama. So I'm right at a quarter of a tank. I'm right at red. Right at the red line for the lights come on. So I have to get fuel here. Now I was debating on getting fuel, just getting one tank of fuel tonight and just drive a couple more hours. I'm 70 miles from Roanoke right now. So I stopped here. I needed to do a 30 anyway if I decided to move on. And I had to pee. Lord, I had to pee. So I walked inside, peed. And while I was in there, got some boiled eggs and a bag of pork rinds. I've been here munching on that for the past few minutes. And my low fuel light just come on. I'm sitting here not even idling. That's funny. But while I was in there, I decided I'm going to go ahead and stay here. And just finish out in the morning. Get up 5 o'clock, get on the road, have this thing delivered by 2, 3 at the latest. There should be plenty enough time to get it on payroll. But also, Linda yelled at me earlier, said, Virginia winter storm, Wednesday and Thursday. Expect snow and ice. So now I got to try to really work actively, try to find something out of PA to get out of Virginia over the next couple of days, tomorrow or so I can avoid whatever this winter storm coming across is. Now, before I go any further, shout out, if you were traveling 75 north between Chattanooga and Knoxville, and you are a Borden local drivers, they were day cabs, Borden, Borden cheese, not Gordon food service, but Borden, Borden, that Borden cheese, best cheese ever. I was in traffic, and a Borden truck blew his horn as he passed me. I'm like, I didn't know. Did I do something? I started looking around and didn't see anything. But later on, I get up. I'm gaining back on him because we're clear of traffic now. So I'm in the left lane. I'm passing vehicles, and I pull back in behind him because there's enough space for me to pull in and see if I want to continue passing. But I got behind him. He flashed his flashes at me, and I was going 73. He was on 70. They're probably governed at 70, possibly. I don't know. But the lane was still clear, so I got back over and I passed him. And as I was passing him, he was rolling down the window, and he waved at me. And I as I went back, I waved at him and gave him a thumbs up. He gave me a thumbs up. I'm like, it's got to be a YouTube thing, right? You got to know me from YouTube. But then I don't know, some miles later, I got to another Borden food service, Borden truck. I was like, did this guy pass me? No, I get up beside of him, and this is a different fella. He's honking horn at me, like saying, what up? I'm like, yo, so shout out to you guys. If you see this, and if you happen to know, and if you just noticed me because of YouTube, comment below, so that was used. I don't know if they both noticed me, 2 Borden food trucks noticed me just randomly, or if the one of them was talking to the other on the phone, they were buddies, just kind of, duoing down the road, and he's like, I don't know. Shout out to you guys. So, that was cool. I thought that was cool. I had my CB down. I didn't realize it while I was going through that area, but prior to that, there was a bunch of interference, so I just turned the volume down. So they may have hollered at me on the CB, and if you did, and you see this, I'm sorry. I had it down because of the interference that was coming through on my end. I do that often when I start hearing either the idiots of the home bases start going crazy or the interference comes up. So, and I forget to turn it back up. So, Yeah, so just drove straight through today for the 7 hours and 12 minutes. And if I didn't stop here to at least get a 30, that was the advantage, because there's nothing like between here and Roanoke, from Withville and Roanoke, for me to possibly stop at to get fuel, or at least at a Pilot Flying J anyway. So limited options. So I stopped here with the incentive of either do the 30, get fuel, get a tank of fuel, and keep going up a little further, or decide to just stay here and fuel up in the morning and then go. So that's what I decided to do. Fuel up in the morning and then go. So that's my day. 467 miles traveled. We're over the halfway point from where we started this morning, that's for sure. And you gotta remember, this load was 1,584 miles to begin with. So we're rocking it, man, this week. After I drop this load out tomorrow, we should be right around 3,400 miles, 3,500 miles for the week. Now, me driving 3,500 miles in a week? Come on now, you know that ain't me. But the loads worked out that way. So, anyhow, so that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and edit the vlog. YouTube's been acting crazy. I do like I do every night. I set everything up, schedule it, hit upload, go to sleep. But for a couple times this past week, it hasn't saved the scheduled time. It just goes live when it's done. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, holy shit, I got comments on a video that shouldn't be live. Unless it's a member, then I had to correct it. So if you saw an upload early this morning, and then you saw it went away, and it came back this evening, that's why. So anyway, thank you so much for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. That's it. I'm going to eat my 2 more boiled eggs. I'm probably going to fry, I think I got 1 more roll of hamburger left. I need to go ahead and cook that. So I haven't eaten since this morning. That pork chops and the eggs I had for breakfast. Now I got eggs and pork rinds. Hey, look at that. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good night. When you lay your head down on your pillow tonight, just tell yourself, country loves you, because you know damn well I do.